Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's UC Blessings, and if you're joining me for the first time on Upliftify, please do well to subscribe to my channel. God bless you. Today I want to talk about knowing your value. Yes, this has been a part of my journey, my life, and at this point in time I've been able to grasp what it is you can do to be able to actually know who you really are and show that, because if you don't know that, you can't be able to show your words, and then you go ahead and change yourself, which is very, very wrong. Well, how do you start? How do you know your value? I'm going to put a link on the description to see what I have done around knowing your words. So now that you have known your words, what else? How valuable are you? Do you know you're a valuable person in this life? And it's not just saying it, it's showing it, it's charging your words, is allowing people to see that value that you add. First of all, you need to realize all the values that you add to this life. What are the good things to life? Yeah, many people say, what do you bring to the table? So, the first thing to do is to journal. Take a book and write out all the things that you add to life. What are your values? What are your gifts? What are your talents? What are your expertise? What are the skills you have collated over the years? Do you have any certification? Do you have any degrees? And then what is the process of you getting it? Those are all the values that you're adding. And then you have to also know your experiences. What experience do you have? So all these things are going to help you to be able to communicate your value. Per time, per hour, per minute, you should be able to know what you are adding. It could be a good command in English. It could be that you're skilled at writing songs. It could be that you're great with sciences. You solve great maths problems, and it's very easy for you to cook. Just find out those things you do easily. It can be your hobbies, your skills, your strengths. So when you are able to assess all these things, those are the values that you bring. Number two, accept your value. Accept it and know it and show it. Because when you accept it, that this is who you are, this is the value that you bring, you'll be able to, it will build up your self-esteem. So that shows in the way you carry yourself, in the way you communicate, in the way you relate with people, because you know the value that you bring. But if you don't know the value that you bring, you tend to behave anyhow, and you get shamed. People get you very cheap, and then they can actually pay you anything, and then it's because you do not know your value. How can you be paid the same thing like others that do not have what you have? The only difference is that you do not know your worth. So it's important to know and to build your worth. Let me talk about how do you build your worth. How do you recognize your value and stay on it? You need to always develop yourself. Go for personal development courses. Go for master classes. They will expose and show you the things you do not know on your own. That's why these masterclass videos are important, and attending seminars are important, because it always has something to add, one or the free one. But make an effort to actually add value to yourself by growing your self-worth, by reading books. Yes, books is also a great way to transform your life, because whenever you're reading, it's affecting your thoughts life. It affects the way you think. And then even if it is audio books, or you listen to voice notes or audio messages like CDs, or on YouTube like this, once you hear it, your mind grabs it. Now when you write it, your mind makes a mental note of it. So it's important to journal, write it down, go for personal development courses, and then pray, seek God, because God is the one that made you. God created you in His image, after His likeness, and so God knows who you are. You can discover yourself in Christ. Yeah, not really what people say, but you need to go and discover God for your own self, for your own well-being. So I want you to write for me in the chat box or the comment section. What have you been doing around knowing your value? How do you charge your value? What is the fear that you have been facing? Well, I had fear, and the fear that I wanted to share about has stemmed from my childhood experiences. That's why childhood traumas go a long way to affect the adults. So, we parents should try raising children with less trauma. And if there is any trauma, anyhow, you must try and find a way to help them overcome it so it doesn't affect the adult life. So growing up, I had that self-esteem issue because people were like, you don't look good, you look like a boy, and all of that. And so it affected my self-esteem a long way. And so for a long time, I didn't even know my worth, my value. I just kept it just changing myself till I did these things I've shared today. I journaled, I sought God, I developed myself the more. I signed up for paid master classes and did the things that helped me to change the way that I think, because everything is in your thought life. How you think about things will go a long way to help you or not. So I hope you've gotten value from this. So those were the things that I did and began to increase my worth. So everything stemmed. The major thing I want you to take away today is to change your mindset and be positive, and don't be afraid to charge higher or just shield yourself at any cost at all. You're worth it. You deserve the best, and I pray that God will bless you as you do these things. Remember to subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.